I'm alive now. Bring down the game audio, it's always so loud. Let's see, everything's working. My internet's not dying. The phone's working. Yeah, I think we're good to go.
Fine. Let's make history. This is bad. Ah.
I'm gonna do it!
Is Nekomaru actually okay though? I'm not so sure.
Hey. Well?
Well, welcome. Let's start this long trial then. Two people died this time, Ibuki and Hyoko, the lowly and the music chick.
What? Hey, hey! No, no! That's... Well now. Yoo-hoo!
No need. This is the third trial and I still got no skills. Not a single one. You know what? After this trial, I might look up a guide to see what skills I can get. Because, yeah, I've gone this far with no skills. That's kinda sus. Maybe it's because my
Now
level is
then,
kind of low.
let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already!
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out. You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Ouch.
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that? Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Fair enough.
Anyway,
Kinda cheesy,
we shouldn't
but yeah.
proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 on the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder. Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime? I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel. Why the motel? Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, That's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone, so I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko, so I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
Exactly.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the four of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hiyoko's. And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Ooh. Okay.
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious.
This man's put you on the spot
Hajime,
already.
If you're the only
So
one who
quick.
saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying,
Stress.
I would like you to prove it.
Stress.
Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
The way, like, the trial has only been 2 minutes in. Man's already put you on the spot. Damn, Nagito. I know this man's truly neutral, but still. He's your homie. What evidence do I got?
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime's the only witness.
Only witness?
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie
Oh, wait.
means it probably is Hajime's fault.
Imitating the movie. He didn't see the movie. That's true. He didn't see the movie until after the death. Which one is
Hajime's
it?
testimony is clearly
Invitation to-
suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung
Is
herself...
it?
That would
Oh wait,
also be a
Makoto
lie.
from the previous game.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime's the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Interesting. From being
Well,
the
obviously,
guy
because
all
he's
about
the
hope,
killer.
the protagonist, and now he's become a
Did
crazy
Hajime
guy.
kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie means it
Oh,
probably is Hajime's fault.
Both lucky, but one's all about hope and one's gone to madness.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
Or he still talks about hope,
Hajime's
but
testimony
in a
is a
real
lie.
twisted way.
And the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also...
I don't think I can... After all, Hajime's the only...
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
No, that's wrong!
Hajime hadn't seen the movie.
I'm not the killer! I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
So why put him on the spot?
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec! You're the one who brought this up in the first place!
Probably brought it up to clear his name immediately.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It also provides a good warm-up.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Technically, we all
Don't
play the
get
game.
mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is
Anagram.
reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the step
Wait,
ladder
by
all
anagram
herself,
you mean
right?
that if you rearrange the letters, you get
Yeah, I'm
Makoto.
positive.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
A
Yeah,
murder
all these
coincidentally
references.
occurring in the same place as a suicide ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
10 minutes.
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
Yep.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
Maybe she was already dead and moved the
That's
body
why the
there.
killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Are you sure about that? We should
Yeah,
check.
you're absolutely
I don't
right.
think we checked that, did we?
Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time.
Okay, that
And
throws...
that's you two!
Yeah.
Sonia
That
and
completely throws
Kazuichi!
away my suspicion of
Me too?
Nikon at the moment.
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru.
But he's not around.
Me too!
What?
Hey, why are you talking like... Huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are
Wait,
you?
are you telling me...
Please stop making bad jokes!
Couldn't be.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
What a wicked way
I was
of backing us
I was
into
about
a
to
wall.
say, wait,
Is this his
is
professional
Neko
skill?
actually controlling Monokuma? No way. That'd be kind of wild. Like, it'd be Junko all over again. Faking your own death just to be behind Monokuma.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
They use glue.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they look like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
That seems true.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
Oh, get out of the way. Oh,
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we got and suddenly
So they look like
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
the killer was still inside
Wait,
the
it's a
music venue. By
contradiction?
locking the door from the inside,
that might be wrong then.
they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
Actually, wait a minute.
How did
If it's
they
a
lock the door?
contradiction, then it can't be that blue one, is it?
That door should not have had a lock.
Stiff leather, globe,
The lock was on the
Well,
floor
it's,
in front of the door.
tell room key.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together
There was only one contradiction.
and suddenly appeared.
So they look like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
I think. The only contradictions are there is blocking it from the inside, and the drumstick is if you agree.
The killer
with
was still inside the music venue. By
Actually,
locking the door from the
regardless-
inside,
it. Okay,
No,
yeah,
that's
I was
wrong.
right. Because regardless, it still has to relate to the transparent globe, or however you want.
Hold on a sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
from the outside. How?
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
It was blue.
I see!
That semi-transparent glob must have been glue.
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too.
Of course you know because you
It
ate
had a
it.
firm, gel-like chewiness. And I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth.
I still don't get why you did.
Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
Are you telling me that you ate glue as a
I
kid?
didn't know glue was edible.
I believe it is not something one typically
Chiaki
eats.
is low-key a Smash player who eats glue.
That glue was
Damn.
only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
Nah, I don't think she'd be a top tier player.
If you just stick them together
Like, she'd be
with
good for
glue,
any character, to be
you'd
honest.
able to
I'd
break down the
imagine
door
at least that.
easily, you know? That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to
But
make
she'd
us
definitely
think
be a
the door was
counterpick
locked from the
god.
inside.
Definitely. Like, she does all the matchups from head to
What'd
toe,
you say?
counterpicking with anything.
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
Because
In a
Yuichi,
quarrel,
you're actually a
both
simp.
sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue, they must have done it earlier than that.
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Kyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that
I
time.
don't want to quickly
when
assume it's
Kyoko was
Mika, but
actually killed
yeah.
earlier.
After they laid out the fact that
Of course, the body was
they locked the door
revealed
from
on its own.
outside,
The killer did that
that
too.
could possibly also mean
Here,
Nikon could
I
have
have
done
proof.
it, locked it from the outside, and then joined the rest and
That
tried to
scrap
break in.
of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
If it was locked from the inside, yeah,
That's
it's
right,
not
but-
Mika. It can't be.
Just what is this
But
scrap
now, yeah,
anyway?
Mika's kind of sus. Oh, I hate this mode. Let's try the first level first. Okay. WP. Wait, what? Okay, I got it. Wallpaper. Oh. Fuck. Okay. Oh, come on. This cursor's way too slow. Now all these things are coming all at once. Oh my goodness. This is a disaster. What's this? Ace and Excel. Just ignore it. Oh, too late. Oh, I missed a letter. Don't do this. Oh, come on. There we go.
I got it!
That scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room? In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap. There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so,
You're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper... See? It fits perfectly.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hiyoko's body disappearing?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that. But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
Yeah. so sure. Oh, it's dive time. How do I jump? Oh. Okay, this is how you jump. It probably was hidden, yeah, it had to be. I mean, I can't really see how they'll block the body without being seen at least. Yeah, wallpaper. Well, it had to be. Wait, no, wait. Maybe it was the curtain? I might have fucked up, haven't I? Wait, no, I fucked up, didn't I? I actually think it might have been the curtain. But let's just roll with it. From the wall? I think cover the pillar because I mean Hyoko's body's kinda small, ain't she? Yeah, her body's kinda small.
It's all coming together.
Okay, phew, so I was right.
Got it. Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the
Then that
wallpaper.
probably means that they tried to mix up how they killed each other, like to change up the
Hit
order.
the pillar?
Yeah,
That's
by
what I'm
wrapping
thinking
the
now.
wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar.
The reason for doing so might have been just to mix up
So when
the
I
order of
first
the killing.
discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there.
Yep, I must be right. I have to be right, yeah.
However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
But you wouldn't
So
notice.
they used the baton lighting on
yeah,
the
you
ceiling
wouldn't
to
notice
hang
the
the
small body that
wallpaper?
was covered, would you?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on them.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the
You're
crime
the top
itself would be much
suspect.
easier
You
to
are the
pull
top
off, since they
suspect.
don't
I'm
have
sorry,
much to
Nikon.
do while Hajime's gone.
Like,
Just
you're
have
very
to peel
sus
off
right
that
now.
wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
I got my eye on you.
Then, when was Hiyoko actually killed?
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
An
Are
inspired
you
murder
kidding
based
me?
on fiction.
You haven't seen my
Or what you see-
masterpiece?
Whatever you
the
see,
Wizard
inspired
of
by your
Monami
basically.
2.5D?
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're
don't think
pretty
he
noisy
cares.
for someone who eats mothballs.
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them. I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
Yeah, mix up the order.
I see!
Yeah, I said
The
it
reason the
before,
killer imitated 2 of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then, Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my
Damn,
mind.
what's your beef?
What a jerk!
You're beefing with Besco.
Oh,
Calm
I
down.
see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
Ooh, okay.
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's
on
being
Ibuki's
annoying
body?
again.
Think there was something.
First and foremost,
Some step
you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
You're one to talk!
Let's see. What's related to Ibuki?
When Hiyoko died,
Not that. Nope.
Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Nope. Oh wait, step
I am
brothers
telling
related.
you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
I don't think Blood on the Souls would make
If her
sense.
feet
Yeah.
were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Were there even any footprints at the crime scene?
Maybe her feet were on the floor. But she was like sitting or something. So instead, there'd be a mark on her ass.
What?
Weak, 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 I say! It doesn't even pierce my heart!
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet
I
were on
got
the
it.
floor.
I got it. It would explain
I am
the
telling you to present your
the
evidence.
skid marks on the floor, the blood stains on the floor.
Did you see her walking?
I mean, it wouldn't make sense for them to cover it up. She probably
If
stepped
her
on it and
feet
skid
were
on it.
on the floor,
Yeah, it had to be.
was there any sign she stepped on something?
Were there even any footprints at the crime scene?
Maybe her feet were on the floor. But she was like
She
sitting or
stepped on the
something.
blood on the floor. That's what happened.
So instead, there'd be a mark on her ass.
Weak, 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 I say! It doesn't even pierce my heart!
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Oh, wrong one then.
Crap!
Something
When
else.
Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the
I am telling you to present your evidence!
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Yes.
I agree with that. Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something.
And explain the blood marks on the floor.
That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood.
Hyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood,
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye!
Damn, Gundam's going at it today.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line. But, are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know.
Sure.
You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
Oh, I don't like this mode. I ain't a quick thinker. Which one is most likely to be useful?
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko?
Oh, that one's Tony
Impossible.
Cuts. It can't be this one.
Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood. You can't step on blood that was never there. Just about what did you see, a nice nightmare? You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko? Ha! Impossible!
Yeah, that's what
Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood. You can't step on blood that was never there. Just about what did you see, a nice nightmare?
Alright, I gotta press the triangle button. Don't forget that, yeah. I gotta press the triangle button. Last time I didn't do that, and now it's here forever.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Allow me to
damn
cut
it.
through those words!
Nearly forgot.
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Yoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating. So I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object,
I'm
right?
almost tempted to order a pizza
Then it's
during this
decided.
because I know this is gonna take a
Yoko
while.
was killed before Ibuki.
But let me
It
know.
appears
Let me save
that
some money.
it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Yeah,
Now
let him
then,
do what he wants.
let us resume our
I mean, I
debate.
don't even mind.
Ah, wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time, too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me?
Nagito? What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example,
Order some pizza.
it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
That's totally impossible! Then she never would have killed her to begin with!
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive! When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
I highly doubt it. There's no way.
She hanged herself.
Exactly.
Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
Exactly. How the fuck you gonna fake hanging yourself?
If she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
Ah, there's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw? According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps. They used hypnotism or something?
Despair
I don't know anything
disease.
about that.
Despair disease.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place. sure. That surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the
before the
hospital,
morning
right before Monokuma's morning announcement.
Yep. Before the morning announcement.
And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then, we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence!
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Fair enough.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed!
What did Mikon say during her account? I actually don't remember.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed!
You know what? I know Mikon's is probably the one I should be using. I'm just gonna guess.
We can
which
exclude
one.
the sick people like me and Akane, right?
Yeah, that's obvious.
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
Nothing to do with Mikon, I
I
don't
think
think.
everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an
I don't
alibi.
think Mikon said anything about that.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then
Okay.
No, that's wrong!
Yeah, it has to be that one. Actually, I just fucking guessed.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikon and I both have alibis.
You two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikon and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Too much info.
Chiaki ain't liking that.
It's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
Chiaki definitely did not like hearing
And we
that.
went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was? Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Hiya!
Looks like we're on a commercial break.
Stop it!
Wait, does that mean we're already close? We can't already be halfway, that's way too short.
What a disappointment!
Yeah, I'll save just in case.
I'm Monami. Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation. Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this? We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead. No! This definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this. Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
Yes, ma'am. Wait. Is Monami female? You know what, I just assumed as such. I wouldn't want to be making assumptions in 2020, you know what I mean.
Huh. It suddenly got quiet in here. Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
Man, this again.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too. If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Good point.
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie. about the lion that got killed second?
That's the one Hyoko's body was imitating, right?
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right? But Hyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape. Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows. Well, that's
And how would
probably
you
it,
know
but
that?
that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
I'm saying, Hyoko's murder wasn't.
What?
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions? It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
You know what, yeah,
Strange
Recon's looking
details.
hella suspect.
Like
She's been
what?
talking a bit way
Like,
too much this
For
chapter.
example, why
Way
did
too
Hyoko go
much.
to the music venue?
So, you're saying the truth behind Hyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My four dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
I like how everyone just ignored that comment and continued.
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that!
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
She was guided by the will of causality.
Really? You know what, I'll pick it. Oh, no, never mind.
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that!
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If it wasn't
If
planned,
that's
then that
not
would...
it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
If the plan
No,
wasn't...
maybe.
I don't think so.
She went of her own free will.
If it wasn't planned, then I highly doubt...
She was
it's
guided
like
by
she was
the will of
kidnapped or
causality.
Will of causality, maybe, but it sounds a little too crazy, so I'm going with she went with a free will.
Why did Hyoko
Well, what bullet would work with that?
go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that!
Cameron has nothing to do with it.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
Cameron, nah.
If that's not it,
Nothing to do with the temperature. I don't
maybe
think
she
so.
got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe.
What's the one of me? Did she see the movie?
She went of her own free will.
I actually don't know.
She was guided by the
Yeah.
will of
It's
causality.
probably the motel room key. That's the only thing that relates to it so far. Without making any massive assumptions.
Why did Hyoko go to the music? There's no way we'd...
Maybe the killer
If that's not, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
I agree with that. It's just as Sonia said. She went to the music venue of her own free will.
So, it's exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, then why
right.
did she go?
Because she wanted to see the mirror. She wants to look
Yoko
up
locked
that
herself
big
in her
body
room
mirror.
because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know?
And also because she didn't know how to
I
do
don't think a
her
person like that would
Opie or
leave
whatever
their room
dress she
just because
calls it.
someone called for them.
She couldn't do her own dress, so she needed a mirror.
There's no way she got abducted? Kyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hiyoko got abducted.
No, she went there because she wanted to use the
Then
mirror
they couldn't have hidden
in
her
that
room
room.
key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious.
She couldn't do her own kimono,
Otherwise, there's no point in
so she
messing with the
went
crime
to
scene
the
if nobody
music
finds the
venue
key.
to use the mirror. And the killer, during that
At the time, you were the one who
committed
actually
her
took out the
crime
key, right?
and
And
realized,
something
oh
like
shit,
that.
Hyoko's there, and she witnessed it. So it's
I
like,
won't move.
nah, you gotta die too. Something like that. It has to be.
Are you saying my gut was wrong? This could be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
Because you're stupid.
No, that's not the issue.
Maybe I'm stupid.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now. Hiyoko
Sonya's
was locked
account.
inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room and forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak-looking, and that's why the killer targeted her. Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room and forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak-looking, and that's why the killer targeted her.
Oh no, guns.
But Hiyoko's room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
There's no reason for the killer to put the key in Hiyoko's kimono. The killer probably didn't realize she even had the key.
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up.
Oh, bro.
Crap!
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up. There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer.
Allow me to cut through those words!
Okay, second time's right.
The reason Hiyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Yoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something something.
Then, the killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
Though that may not apply to Sonya, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonya, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense. Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Gundam, please stop! For his sake.
What? Huh? What do you mean, for my sake?
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Coincidence?
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki. The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head, and without hesitation.
Killed Hiyoko.
Because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan. Do you have any ideas?
Damn, we don't know the most important part.
Hey, Nagito, any ideas?
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet?
Oh, am I allowed to speak?
Yes, sir.
I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum like me.
So what do you think?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers. So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Hey, let him finish, let him finish.
Really?
Oh, is that it?
That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
What about... what about the letter or something? Oh! As I was thinking about it. Just as I was thinking about it.
Strange. It's very strange.
This is strange.
If she has,
What's
if she had blood on
strange?
her feet, then how come there's no blood on the step ladder? Or like the steps? Yo, how you doing? Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. What you got you annoyed today, huh? Yep, where's the ladder?
I can prove it with this! If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
Did you notice such a small detail? How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate!
In all night mode? Damn, you must be grinding. Yeah, I hated that last one. Or did you use handicaps? Like all those skills to help out?
Didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder? Then I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it.
Dude, it must be that
there was
good.
something funny about that video.
I see. So there was some kind of trick arranged in that video, hmm?
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
Hajime, I leave it in your hands.
As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do your best, but oh well. You should get started already.
What's he doing?
I'll definitely try.
Oh, right, it's because he's the only one who saw the video, so he's the only guy who can get some evidence out of it. Okay. I'm looking at the way she's stepping on that stepladder, and yeah, that's kind of weird. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What did the stepladder look like after the killing? Think. All right, there was a splash of blood on the side, wasn't there? Yeah. Let me try that.
Here! That's right, I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video.
I was about to click on her feet, thinking about like
Can
the
you
way she was
explain it to
stepping on
us?
it, but then again, no footprints.
What's
so
strange
what
is that
point?
stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder. However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital. There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean.
Could have been on the opposite side.
That is truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene. But the stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
And there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
Wait, are you saying there were two stepladders?
But where would you find another stepladder?
Yeah,
there
I'm
was
noticing
only
a
one
pattern that
stepladder
everyone
in the
loves
music
Nagito,
venue.
despite the guy being a complete
Then
nutcase.
one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue.
Despite being
What do
absolutely
you
mad, like everyone,
You're
this guy has
suggesting
fans.
that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right? That's amazing, Chiaki! All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it okay to say that?
What are you two talking about?
It's deployed in a different place. If that's the case, there's something different between the video and the actual scene of the crime. which one I like more? Okay, wait. First, let me pick my brain first on doing this one because I actually hate this part. First letter, what could it be? L. How many letters we got? Got a lot of letters here. I'm seeing a lot of F's though. Let's try that. Yeah. Okay, 2 lucky guesses. If I, what could it be? What could it be? See, 2 different chairs. Okay, wait. Keep it clean. Just gonna blow. FLN? I don't think so. Why? Too late. Okay, clean it. Let me try L. Okay, it's not. Oh, damn it. Curse is too slow. It's not L. FLG? Filk? No. FLM! There we go. Film. Film something. ING, okay. ING, film. So, oh. Whoa. I got it. Oh, she's going faster now. Forming location. Location. Oh, what's the next level? A. A's the next level. What's the next lesson? Location. How do you spell that again? Oh. Okay, nope, I was wrong. I. Motherfucker. This is a mess. Oh, finally.
I got it!
The stress about this is because it's going so fast. I'm losing health every time something hits. I hate that.
That's right. Besides the stepladder,
And I know this is gonna get harder with every case.
What do you mean?
I mean, the video I saw was not filmed at the music venue.
Ah, the
It
curtains.
was filmed somewhere else.
The curtains make sense. The curtains are different. I just clocked.
But the hospital monitor is supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
The curtains.
There's a possibility that
the
the killer
curtains.
also tampered with the surveillance camera unit.
Or maybe I'm jumping to conclusions here. I'm pretty sure they destroyed it because I saw it. I saw all the pieces in the music venue. Yeah, I ain't got much health. Alright, this is the speed up. Whoa. What part of the surveillance camera unit did the killer tamper with? There's 3 options here. Monitor, the camera? I'm guessing the camera. Because I mean, why would it be the monitor? I hope I was right though. Oh! I suck. I wasn't paying attention. Music venue, because that's why we got destroyed. What did the killer do with the camera with the music from the music venue with this? Let me read this, okay? What did the killer do with the camera from the music venue surveillance camera unit? Okay. Increase the signal. How would they do that? Took it with them, obviously. 2 people died this time. Hiyoko and Ibuki.
It's all coming together. That's it. The killer just brought the camera from the music video. With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue, when it was actually from somewhere else.
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
No, I actually haven't answered it yet, but yeah, let me answer it now.
You should have realized that from the start.
When it
and
comes
made
to
this easier
overall
on all of us.
characters,
He did discover
I actually
the
kind of
body.
like Danganronpa
I
2's
doubt his
characters at the
attention was
moment,
focused on the camera.
but I do like
That's true.
Danganronpa 1 overall better at the
In order
moment.
to hide that the camera was missing, the killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor.
Destroyed it.
I see! The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it.
Danganronpa 2's characters, I love them more than Danganronpa 1. But
As long as it was in
Danganronpa's
pieces,
sense of
you wouldn't
urgency
be able to
I
tell
liked
if the
better.
camera was actually there or not. My attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that.
And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
And they destroyed it and left that in pieces as well.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue is amazing enough.
Yep, Kirigiri was my favorite character. Easy. Let's go. Again? Oh, come on. I hate this. Okay, what could it be? this is a long word now. What rooms do we have? I actually have an idea. If the next letter's O, I have a feeling I know what it is. O, it's F, it's O. It's the conference room, yep. If I can spell it, Jesus. Conference. Oh, N first. Now F. Yep, that's the plan. I streamed Danganronpa 1, streaming 2, then Ultra Despair Girls, and then Danganronpa V3. I've actually had those games in my backlog for for a few years now, so it's about time. That's gonna hurt. Oh, nope, I need that letter. What letter is again? Conference. Wrong letter. There we go. Now E. Where's the letter E? I've actually watched the anime before, but that was like years ago, before I actually played Danganronpa. So I get the general gist of it, but I might rewatch it before I play it. Nope.
Got it! Possible that it was filmed at the hospital's conference room.
Huh? Conference room?
But the hospital and the music venue look completely different.
It's the curtains.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
I'm sure Despair Girls is like Danganronpa 1.5, right? Like, it comes after Danganronpa 1, but before 2. Oh, what bullets I got now?
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
I said it was curtains somewhere, I know.
Or did they make some kind of set?
They might have tampered with the camera.
I still can't believe he mixed up the filming locations. Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
Whoa, that doesn't give me much hope for V3 when I get there, does it? Well, as far as I know, like, when I see the characters, I don't have any immediate attachment like I do with this game or the previous one.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue?
Nope.
Damn it!
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference?
Okay,
That must
other way
be it.
around.
What the killer did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room.
Yep. As soon as we got
They
involved
did
with the
that by using the
hospital,
black
it has
curtain
to be
hanging
Miko.
at the back of the stage.
From what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain, but after the incident, it somehow became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the
After
right
they
size.
said that the door was locked from the outside, immediately it was Miko that popped in my mind.
That's right! It's so half-assed, just like Monami.
Oh yeah? Well, your face looks stupid.
That curtain was hung so the music venue would look like a conference
Yo, how you
room?
doing?
In actuality, even though the curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out,
You can join us in being detectives.
it is a black light-blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor.
I see. The conference room. Indeed, the floor of that room is the same color as the music venue stage. So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor matched.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence. Probably.
I already know what it is. I already know. The candle.
I can prove it with this! You're referring to the candle in the music venue, right? In the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. But if you think about it, that's pretty strange.
Especially when the stage light's
The
already
music
available.
venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
But wouldn't they have done it to make it feel creepier?
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so
Yeah,
different.
Mikon, you're looking
They
kinda
couldn't be
stressed.
used
You
during
alright,
filming.
girl?
That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means... Are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect. With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much in a dark area.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
If I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner. But it appears the killer already covered that up, so I didn't find anything when I went there.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime. You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
The incident isn't happening at the scene of a crime, it's occurring in the conference room.
If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
No, that's not possible. Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue.
Oh, okay, I see it.
I see! The person wearing the hint bag in that video wasn't Ibuki. It was the killer pretending to be Ibuki. The killer put on a hospital gown, wore a hint bag on their head, and was only pretending to be the victim.
By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed.
The actual time of death must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
Yep. Then yeah, it has to be Mikon because. Well, I mean, they just fucking explained it, so.
But why did the killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
The reason the killer made a fake video. There's only one possibility I can think of. And if I examine that possibility thoroughly, then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself.
Huh?
You fiend! Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
I think we do. Yeah, Yakuza boy, you're kinda short. And goddamn Nagito, you're kinda tall.
You're the only one!
I mean, she was far too involved in the entire thing.
You're the killer,
so,
aren't
yeah.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hyoko?
Killer? Huh? I'm the killer? What is this?
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible? A chick like her is the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first.
Nah, them kind of people are the most suspect. No, I don't believe
Fluffy
that.
slowpoke like me killing someone? That's completely out of the question.
But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
An alibi? Was that the killer's goal?
Now that you mention it, you guys brought that up earlier. Only Hajime and Mikon have an alibi.
It's just a coincidence.
But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the hospital conference room.
Exactly.
Is that also a coincidence?
I mean, who else could it be? It can't be Fumihiko, and it can't be Hajime himself.
At that time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room. That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the bag on your head, and began filming. By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the music video. And showed that to me. Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the lobby.
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film.
Not only that, the others in the hospital, Kane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
So that must mean...
Please, wait a second. What are you saying? I'm the killer? That's impossible. There's no way I could kill someone.
Unfortunately, it's the truth.
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
Yeah.
Just shows she can't even do that.
What do you mean
Hey.
it shows?
You sure this chick is really the killer?
Wrong. It's totally wrong. It's not what you think.
Just like Akane said, it is really hard to tie it all together. I mean, Mikan is the killer?
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
Nah, that's a ploy.
That slow-witted remark is not
mean-
necessary.
She's a nurse.
It's
She
fine.
got a brain.
I've been
Come
like
on.
this for a long time.
You can be
Intrusion
clumsy,
for social
sure,
punching
but...
bags. I'd easily win first place with my soft reputation. Even I can't deny that. How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I'm serious.
You need a better defense than that. Like, you got some evidence or something?
What do you
Let's
say,
show it
Hajime?
quick.
Do you still believe this woman is the killer?
Yes, sir.
Do you hate me?
Oh, don't use that. Come on.
Hey, Hajime!
Don't be guilt tripping, my guy. Stop. You're actually starting to piss me off here. It's not an act? Okay, maybe she's physically slow,
Can you hold on a minute?
but she's mentally sharp.
Well, I know I'm being intrusive and all, and I mean, I have no place to say this.
Oh, we...
I missed all of the critical parts, and I
Let me
doubt I
stop
have
right
anything
there.
worth saying at an important time like this.
Annie is fucking right. She's actually right. He's actually right. Despair disease. And do you know why I can say that? There was a scene with Fuyuhiko and Mikan, and Fuyuhiko gave her some demands, some commands, and she said it with absolute confidence, and that's the absolute opposite of her personality. And the despair disease, that's the whole purpose of it. It makes you act the opposite as what you usually are. That'd actually be true. I forgot about that fact. I was thinking about it the other day.
What are you saying?
But still, there's definitely no way I can overlook the killer this time. I thought it was suspicious all along, from the very beginning.
She got the disease.
Investigating with the suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth that nobody else knows.
Are you serious?
I've been so focused on everybody else this trial, but I guess now's a good time to say it, right?
You better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a game, you know.
Actually, this is a game.
Please don't say such controversial statements.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Well, what do you know, Nagito?
Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
Dang! That's a huge deal!
A decisive clue. Does something like that really exist?
Let's take a look, shall we?
Despair disease.
Regarding the rope Ibuki was dangling from. This rope was supplied by the supermarket, right? There weren't any ropes inside the music venue.
Well, I mean, one of
Again
them does
with the
still see it as a game
supermarket?
regardless.
That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right?
What's wrong with that?
I want you to take a close look at this rope, and keep in mind that it's brand new. Near the middle of the rope, it's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly. But why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on one end of the rope, and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this. The killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength, and strangled her. The center of the rope is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki.
Oh, God. I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along. What exactly did you say to me during the investigation?
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too. Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki. And then?
And then, I finished speaking.
Wow.
How is that a decisive clue?
Huh? You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear.
I think I've got it. I definitely think I do. Maybe.
Ibuki didn't die from
This is the
hanging.
bullet, definitely.
She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Nah, it ain't.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
Yes.
That must be it! So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time.
Including the fact that she couldn't perform an autopsy? Yeah, I'm sorry. It has to be.
You said Ibuki hanged herself, but that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Nikon?
That is... well...
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you?
You should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling just by looking.
And she used the high temperature from the room to cover it up.
Nurse.
To make it seem like, alright, it's the truth.
First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that. That's why it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
You were right.
What do you mean?
And
You're the
you
ultimate
have been a
nurse.
great help to us so far.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging and strangulation.
I'm not taking her side or anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
He's totally right. I'm such a clumsy mess, and I got so careless.
Nikon nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
Don't you think her devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
Huh?
And if not, her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to believe what anybody told her.
Yeah, I definitely
It
said
wouldn't
that
surprise me if she willingly followed Nikon because she was nursing her.
So Nikon volunteered to nurse us? Because she was planning to do this all along?
That's a little... Aren't you like the thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
I'm not a criminal. Mikon is. I mean, she's a killer, you know.
You've got it all wrong. Please forgive me.
I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you. I just can't forgive this crime at all.
Forgiveness or not, we still have not decided if Mikon is the killer.
I see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, the only thing I can do is back off, I guess. But is that really okay? Is that everyone's hope?
You're friggin' annoying! If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up!
Pretty much. I mean, I'm already sold it's Mikon.
I'm really not the killer. There's no way. I'm capable of
You
killing
haven't given us
someone.
any suitable evidence to defend
Is
yourself.
that really true?
That's the problem here.
Stop it already! That's enough!
It's not
I
enough.
can't stop.
Don't stop.
I don't want to do this either. Of course I don't want to do this. But I need to do this.
You doubt your friends?
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
Huh?
I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict. 'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
Don't say deep stuff. I don't really get it.
Neither
If
do
you
I.
want to believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first. Belief without doubt is simply a lie.
Okay, I do get that though.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore.
Huh? Is that all you can say?
Bruh,
Ah,
she snapped.
so in the end, you're all just a bunch of bullies, huh? Justifying your actions with fancy words. Making excuses for why it's not really your fault. Everyone always treats me like that. Always.
Nah, she snapped. For a brief second, she
It's all
snapped.
her fault. She's the one with the problem. I'm done with that. You hear me? I'm done.
Hey, Mikon!
It's not fair. It's not fair. 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 Why won't you forgive me? If you did something, you'd forgive yourself right away.
But you're asking for forgiveness.
What
That
can
kinda...
I do?
Yeah.
Why won't anybody forgive me?
Is acting like this your strategy now? This is annoying. Plus, to be honest, I've run out of ideas. How can we get you to admit it? That's the issue.
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some? I'm the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends.
I feel like there might be a mistake
Still,
somewhere.
The truth
She
is
might
one
have
of
been a
us murdered
mistake
two
and I
of
just
our
haven't found
friends.
it yet. Something. Maybe.
That's why we gotta stick with this until the very end, so we can finally break these chains of despair. Hey Mikon, can I ask you one last thing? If you're not the killer, then who fabricated that video Hajime watched?
Oh, like two different
Like I
personalities?
said, it obviously wasn't me.
Can you prove it?
Prove it? Wait. Do you have any proof that I'm the one who fabricated that video? Ah, that's right. Show me your proof.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing it now.
Because you're just assuming the video was filmed at the conference room. Treating me like a killer based on an assumption. Just because I was at the hospital.
Is this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable.
I'm not the killer. I never filmed that video!
God help this girl.
It seems she finally started arguing for us. But the only one who can find the hole in her argument is you, Hajime.
I actually found the way Junko
So,
speaks kind of
I'm
annoying.
going to leave this to you once again.
Why do you get to decide I'm the killer? Where's your proof? Please, forgive me already!
Okay, I don't see any useful bullets
I'm
here.
not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you
Okay, maybe the camera.
who could have filmed that video.
Oh, do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Damn, her personality
Ibuki and
changed.
Nikon clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Yeah, Mikon's kind of
Hajime,
aggressive.
pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Why was Killer's mistake highlighted?
I'm not the killer!
This might be one I have to absorb, but
We can't
let's
think
wait
of anybody
first.
else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof?
No,
Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious?
no, it wasn't.
Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Why?
Ibuki and Nikon clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
Okay, it's not that. That means I must have absorbed a bullet, yeah. Because that's the only one related.
Damn it!
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital
Mukuro
gown she
from
was wearing
Danganronpa 1.
suspicious? Or
The
could it be
Ultimate
the
Soldier.
hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Nikon.
Is that really? You could tell her body just from that camera angle, just from that dim candlelight. There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type. So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
There's a reason that's highlighted. There must be.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think
I
of
just have to
anybody
guess
else
right.
other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Nikon clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
I'll shoot through
Okay,
that contradiction.
phew. Okay.
Nikon, you have committed a major mistake.
Mistake?
As As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle. So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
The only reason Mikon knew the camera angle Hajime had seen is because you're the person who actually filmed that video. Is that right?
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole. You lied, didn't you?
Are you serious? Is it true, Mikon? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
Forgive me! Huh? 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 Huh?
Yeah, she snapped.
Huh? I was wrong. Wrong. No, that's not it at all.
Or she caught
That's
disease.
not it.
I mean, it's impossible. You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead. Ding! I totally remember now.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
That tote bag, isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
How do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater? Hajime saw it too, didn't you? You remember the Usami decal on it, right? Whoopsie! Don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't. Ta-da! There's no mistake that that tote bag is a limited item. So don't you think it's impossible? Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time? It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible, don't you think? That's why that video isn't fabricated, and I'm not the killer. So you'll forgive me, right?
Whoa, your aggressive vibes kind of condemn you right here.
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive me!
Yeah, how you doing, narrator? So, what are you gonna add to me? What are you gonna add now to this PTA? What's with the Japanese? You know what, I'm gonna look that up in a bit. Just to see what nonsense I'm gonna get from Google Translate. You sure you're not lying to me? I feel like you're missing something.
I'll keep explaining it until you forgive me! That bag is a limited item! That's why that crime is impossible for anyone to pull off.
This check, has she lost it for good?
Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right? anything you want. Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Why only me?
I'm not sure again.
Please, draw on me. Can you forgive me already?
I'm missing.
Forgive me.
Okay, let me check the controls. Yeah, I thought so.
Forgive me! Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want.
Damn. Wait, what? No way, wait a minute. Pause. No second chances. What? After all that?
This is our end?
Yeah, give me a retry, fam. What?
We will never give up!
I'll keep explaining it.
This check. Has she...
Will you forgive me?
Well, on my second playthrough when I get all the trophies, I'll definitely clean this up.
You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Why only me? Please, draw on me. Can you forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. You're done for! Forgive me! Forgive me! Why only
Keep
me?
mashing.
You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me. Do you understand? There's only one bag. It's impossible to use these
Future
two places at the same time.
What?
Why only me? Please, draw on me. Can you forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me. There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
This is the end!
Okay, it was the other way around. It wasn't prize bonus prize. I'm done.
Monokuma mentioned this earlier. Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in two separate places. So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
Why? Why can't you forgive me? Why?
It seems her desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Why does everybody always hate me? You should just forgive me already!
Nikon, it's already over. After I go over your crime from the beginning and show that you have no arguments left. Please, just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you.
Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Okay, so let's say we got. Yeah, that's where the broadcast happened. Yeah, that's it. That over there, so can't be. Right. killers. Right? Oh no, wait, no. There we go. This is how it's removing the bag. What would go here? Probably destruction. Oh, oops. Let me check other places. Oh, it's nothing here. Okay. The same image, so it can't be. Can't be this one, because I mean it's the same picture here, so I can go through for that one. Let's do this one. Turn them on the camera. Sure? It's one of these two. Oh wait, maybe I have to do one. Show it to zoom out? Oh wait. Okay, no. Yeah, I might be stuck. Wait. What page is this? Yeah, this is page 5, page 4. And we've got broken pieces of the unit, turn on the camera, and a zoom in of Hyoko's body. Oh wait, I think the wallpaper will be going around here, right? Yeah, because she's holding the curtain right now, so it couldn't be this. Okay, it wasn't here, and it wasn't here. Wait. It's actually been a while since this trial started. Yeah, that's right. You try and grab crickets from the body. Finds her hung. And it's something to do with her body. Probably ripping the wallpaper or something around here. What goes here? Put the body next to the other one. Okay, one more time. I think I tried that already, haven't I? Someone look up a guide or something before I have to do this all over again. Switch on surveillance camera. I mean, she would have done it around here, right? I only got 5 minutes. Oh, come on. I'm sure it's one of these three goes here. Please. Oh, thank fuck. Okay, now I can understand the rest. I hope. Something to do with the wallpaper. Yep. And then, something to do with Hyoko. No, that's for the door. Yeah, this is for the door. And then this is ladders? No. Actually, wait. There we go.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The key to this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw.
Imagine if I
That's why
failed this.
I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Nikon this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time. When I switched on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music venue. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue, so I immediately headed over there. But that was the killer's trap. In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time. When in fact, the crime had already been committed by that point. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake. I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on its head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside. And, as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hyoko's body hidden inside. Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music video, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room. They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music venue's entrance. However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko and me. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's suddenly present body as well. At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out. Isn't that right, Mikan? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
Whoa! Now she's laughing?
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you. This feeling of despair!
Mikan, you... What has happened to you?
Junko, is
Whoa
that you?
there! Before that, a moment of your time.
Junko, is that you? Yeah, the last bit was a complete failure.
It seems your arguments have reached a conclusion, so let's proceed to our regularly scheduled voting time! Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote! Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Let's go! Well now. Correct!
Damn it. I won't forgive you.
Honestly, it's Minakuma's game, it's his rules.
Hey!
What's going on?
Hey!
Well, that's obvious. Hey,
Yeah, I said that from the start. She's the most vulnerable person to get the disease.
What?
I... What?
It cannot be.
Perhaps... See? Jeez. Isn't that right? Impossible.
Oh?
Huh?
What I did was for the sake of my beloved.
Huh? Huh?
My beloved was the only one. That's right. The only one
some
who
horny vibes I
never
see.
hated me. They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted me. They gave me value. They loved me. I loved them with all my heart, and they returned it in full. This is my reciprocation. It's love.
She really descended to madness. Yeah, I don't understand what on earth she's saying.
Well, how amazing. Could it be?
This is... But... such despair.
Damn. Oh, I just snapped back to normal. So actually, this is how she normally is.
Don't fuck with me!
You serious?
Hey,
This is bad.
You...
I am Monokuma!
hey,
Damn, you even got to copy his laugh. Is...
Oh?
Hey, don't leave me in suspense like that.
Of course not.
Oh? That is... Oh? Well... Do you understand?
Fair point.
hey.
Hey, hey!
Damn it!
Oh?
Yes, indeed!
Damn, man responded quickly. Hey, she's happy, fam. Let her do what she wants at this point.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
So it's over. It's real. Now I can go to my beloved, who always forgives me. I can finally see them. Please forgive me, the one who's going to die with the hope of finally seeing you.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
So, how's she gonna die? Oh, they gotta really launch her into space, huh? That was kinda underwhelming. No explosion? They just launched it into space. That was kinda underwhelming. Like, no finish at the end? Just launched your ass to space. Goodbye. See ya, space cowboy. Or cowgirl in this case.
Let me ask.
Damn it. But... Isn't that right?
Please wait!
Damn it!
Wrong. Come on. Hmm?
You fiend.
Phew. Hey! Hey, hey! Hey,
Oh, is Neko gonna come back?
Huh? Hey!
I don't think it's all that clean. I don't think it's that simple. Like, the way Monokuma's phrasing it, he probably did something.
So just as I thought. However...
Damn, I've got 2 bots on my case now.
Fine.
I guess I could use a moderator right about now. I'll go look for one.
Silence.
Right?
All right!
They're gonna run into something fucked up, ain't they?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I thought so. There's more to this.
Unbelievable.
Hey!
No way!
Hmm?
What's this?
Maybe he's a robot now or something. They turned him to a cyborg, didn't they? Or something like that.
All right!
This shit's gonna hit you like a brick.
Hey,
Listen!
Hey, hey!
Damn it!
What happened? Were y'all looking for me?
Could it be?
They're about to see something really ugly, ain't they?
Huh? What the?
Yo! I've kept you waiting. Hey, what's going on? Perhaps you don't remember my face since we haven't seen each other in a while. That's pretty sad, you know? That's too much!
What did they do to him?
who are you?
Huh? You too? What's going on? If you're messing with me, I'll stop doing it to you.
Nekomaru? Haven't you noticed it yourself?
What do you mean, noticed? Oh, you mean this body? This is nothing!
He became a robot. Yeah, he became a robot.
The name's Nekomaru Nidai! I've been reborn in the rivers of hell!
How long till the countdown ends? Only 9 days.
Danganronpa.
The name's Nekomaru Nidai! I've been reborn in the rivers of hell!
Nekomaru? Is that you?
No matter how you look at it, I'm still me!
No matter how we look at it, this isn't you at all.
Hey, he's taking it with optimism. Except accept it.
Ew. I already know. Hey, hey.
His face.
Pure electricity!
Damn it. Sorry.
That ain't really much of an apology, to be honest.
You serious?
Hey, hey.
I feel like this guy already had his own little character arc, realizing he had to turn into a robot, fell into despair and decided, hey, life's too short, just accept it. And now he's here trying to act happy for everyone else.
You...
Oh!
Huh?
Huh? Show some spirit!
Amazing!
What's this?
Yeah!
Hey, Oh my goodness! Such a wonderful before and after has occurred.
Hey, hey.
I would think that because you're now a robot, you're easier to manipulate. That's gonna be a problem.
Hey, hey.
You.
What?
Yeah, don't do that, otherwise we'll be repeating the same thing again.
Disappear!
Damn, you saved her twice. But this time you should be okay. You got a metal body this time.
Nekomaru!
Yeah, with a metal body, he's much better.
That didn't faze me at all! Check it out! I'm intact! I have no injuries at all!
Hey, hey.
No, thank you!
By the way,
How are you gonna kill him?
of course.
Yeah, I can definitely see it happen. Wait till the next move be something related to computers. You complete a hapless victim.
Let's get along!
It's impossible.
Nope, that's impossible now.
Jeez!
Uh-huh. Whew.
Hey, hey.
Oh, that's a new name. Like, come on.
Hey, hey.
Well,
You can eat, alright.
all right.
Sorry. What?
Let me tell you this. This, too, must be the will of causality. Fine. If you flinch, you will die!
However,
Impossible!
Hey! But... isn't that right? Hey.
I won't be fooled!
Man.
You think so?
Huh? It's obvious.
Interesting.
Well. Hey.
Maybe he was a traitor, but you don't know.
Settle down.
Fool! Huh? No! No! Behold!
How's that? I mean, it is useful.
Are you kidding me? Damn it.
don't fuck with me!
You're so evil!
I'll pick you up!
Let's... Yippee-ki-yay!
Man.
You are right.
I renounce you!
Let's...
Lame! Unbelievable.
Hey!
tell you to stay back!
This technique, it's impossible to defend against it or evade it.
Well now. Special bleeding service! Nice!
Huh?
Miracle!
Huh? You serious?
News! So...
Hey.
You know, right?
Yep. Hajime. What?
I'm starting to get pumped up.
Yeah, I'll have a quick look at that island, and then I'll make my way to ending the stream. Alright, check on the pet. Make sure he's still alive. Nothing happened.
Is this an amusement park? That just makes it look even creepier.
So, what kind of faces do I expect to be seeing here? Save.